welcome to another episode of TBR Breakdown. This is episode 4. I wanted to get another one in before the end of the year. If you've never seen these videos from me, it's pretty similar to the trend of getting my TBR a lot lower, all kind of from Becca in the Books and her Shelves It or Scrap It series. So for this episode, we're just going to use the spinner wheel to decide what I read. Let's just pick our first book. I'm scared. That's really nice. It picked The Disappearing Act by Catherine Steadman. I've had this on my TBR, I think, since it came out, which is 2021. It's one of the older ones on my TBR, so I need to get to it. I do know that I can easily get this from my library, the audiobook, and I can read this pretty quickly, so that's actually great. It's a British actress who's making a splash in America, flies to LA. She discovers the dark side of Hollywood when she becomes the last person to see a fellow actress, Emily, who mysteriously disappears after she asks Mia to do a simple favor at an audition. But nothing is simple, nothing is as it seems, and nothing prepares Mia for a startling truth. In a city where dreams really do come true, nightmares can follow. I feel like I saw this lots on BookTube when it first came out. Haven't heard a peep in years about it, so I don't know what people actually thought of it. So this was a good pick. Thank you, spinner wheel. So let's just get into reading this. Hey, I have an update for you guys. I finished The Disappearing Act. I could not get into this at all at first, the audiobook. I don't know why, I just didn't like the narrator. I kept ignoring what she was saying. I would zone her out so much. But once I started listening, I really enjoyed it. So I got halfway, or I think I got 3/4 of the way, and I remembered that I needed to update you guys, and then I finished it and forgot to give you a halfway update. So I only have my full thoughts, so sorry about that. It is about a British actress going to LA for pilot season. She had a really popular work in, I think she did Jane Austen or something, in the UK, but then she meets Emily, a fellow actress, who mysteriously disappears after she asks Mia to do a simple favor at an audition. She thinks she's just not replying to texts, or she got pulled off somewhere, and then a series of weird happenings happen. I really enjoyed this one, actually. With how I felt at the beginning, I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it. But I liked the Hollywood of it all. I do enjoy that kind of trope or subplot of a Hollywood, or the hauntings of Hollywood kind of thing. So I thought that was fun. It wasn't groundbreaking or the best mystery that I've ever read, and some of it was pretty predictable, but I liked the story enough of it. I think I'm giving it a 4-star. It's probably maybe actually a 3.5. I think I put it as a 4-star on Goodreads, but probably should be a 3.5. But this has taken me forever to read. Yeah, I want to read down my TBR, but I do want to enjoy them too. I don't want to just dislike them, and I don't want to just read them and then hate them all. So this was a win. I think she has some other books. I only feel like I've heard of one, maybe The Family Game or something. I think that's her. I'd maybe listen to that, but it is something I'd listen to the audiobook, and I don't feel like I need the physical copy. I feel like it's really hard with mysteries and thrillers. I don't know which ones I'm gonna want to own and which ones I'm just gonna feel like I can just listen to the audiobook for. I'll probably buy from authors I really love the physical copy, but I think I'll do more audiobooks only of thrillers, because that's what I keep doing anyway. I'm not even physically reading them, so I might as well just save my money and just listen to the audiobook. And then I guess if I want a trophy and I really love that book, I will buy it. Like, this is my example. I waited so long to read Daisy Darker because I wanted the physical book and I thought I needed to read it physically. And so I didn't read it, and then I finally read it this year, and I just listened to the audiobook, and I loved it. I loved it so much. One of my favorite books of this year. And so I do want that on my shelves, and after that I was like, oh, well, I should have bought it so long ago and read it so long ago. Now I know. If I would have hated it, it would have been fine that I didn't have the book. Does that make any sense? I don't know if what I said at all made sense, but at first I thought, guys, I need to go pick another book because I don't want to read this. And once I forced myself to concentrate and really start it, then I enjoyed it. So I don't think I'm going to unhaul this either. I think I'll keep it on my shelves. If it wouldn't be one that I would bring in, but since I have it, it doesn't feel like one I need to get rid of as of right now. Now it's time to pick book number 2 for this video. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. Something that I can have the audiobook for would probably be best for this time of year though. So I just updated this, I think. I took off a bunch of stuff that I've read. I don't know if I've added anything that I've bought, but that's okay. We should probably get my older stuff off of here anyway. So let's see what I get for this one. Oh, sorry, there's no sound. I really don't want to read this because it's the worst rated on my TBR, or maybe it's second worst now, or tied or something. Let's see if there's an update on that. I literally saw that on the wheel and I was like, I'm not gonna get that. Of course I did. Yeah, it's the worst. I think it went down even. A 2.65. That's an awful rating. Like, terrible rating. And I'm about to read this. Lucky me. Yeah. It is less than 300 pages. 270. So in theory, it shouldn't be that bad. I also already started it. 19 pages, but I also already started it. This is going to be interesting. So it's about a bunch of students, I think 7 of them, gather in the basement of their university's rare book library. They go there to do a ritual. It's said to free those who take part in it from the fear of death. And, but a few minutes into their celebration, the lights go out and one of them drops dead. And then I think it's kind of a one by one. People keep dropping dead and then they have to figure out who the killer is. So it sounds like really good. It's a good premise, hence why I bought it. However, the people are not liking it, and I'm very curious to find out why. I'm gonna avoid looking at any of the reviews or anything that give it away, because I'm sure there's something specific about this that is really awful. In my opinion, I feel like there has to be something so bad about it that brings that many ratings down. There's only been 3,000 ratings. I think it's 3,028 ratings, so for it to have that bad of a rating, something's gotta happen. So I guess wish me luck reading the worst book on my TBR. I haven't made really any progress on that night in the library or whatever it's called, but I do want to pick my other books so I can be reading them and get this vlog done on time so I can post it for you guys during Vlogmas. So I want to know what I need to be reading. So I'm going to pick my final book for this episode, and then I know what I'm getting myself into. So book number 3 for this vlog. Maybe I can find the audiobook for this one because I don't have one for that night in the library anywhere. I have no idea what it's gonna stop on. Literally complete opposite of my vibe in this moment. Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. It is winter here. I live in Canada, so you know it's cold. But maybe this will warm me up a little. I know this is kind of like adult Summer I Turned Pretty, which is fun. So we'll see. Everyone loves this so much in this series as a whole. So maybe I'll join that train, maybe not. For 6 summers during their youth, Percy and Sam had been inseparable. When Percy returns to the lake, their connection is as undeniable as it had always been, but until she can confront the decision she made, they'll never know whether their love is bigger than the biggest mistakes of their past. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the audiobook for that. We'll see. I know at my library it's gonna be several months wait for sure. Okay, hello. I finished Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Don't mind my sick voice. I'm getting over being sick currently, but I enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars. Or did I give it 3? I liked it. I just found some things I didn't really like the main character that much. Or she was okay. I just don't know if I think that they should have gotten together. Okay, I gave it 3 stars. I just don't know if the ending is what I think it should have been. And I knew what like the big revelation and the big deal that they were hinting to. I knew what it was gonna be for a really long time. So it didn't hit me very hard. And wasn't surprising or like, oh gee, I can't believe it. I could see it coming from far away, which is fine, but because it's not like it's a mystery thriller or anything where the twist super matters. I did like the flashback chapters. That was like the best part of it. I just don't think I really liked her as an adult. She ran away from her problems and every single one of her problems for most of her life, and I can understand it to a certain extent, but she was running away from her problems right to the end of this book, right to the end. So that's what I didn't love about it, but I did like the lake vibes. I did like the teen like a crush and that feeling. It's so cute, like adorable, and the friends to lovers kind of trope. But yeah, it just didn't super do it for me. I would maybe be interested in reading, I think it's One Golden Summer is the other book in this series. To be honest, I thought Meet Me at the Lake and her other one, she has 4 books about lakes and whatever. I thought they were all in this series, but I guess not. Just her most recent one and this one are in a series. So I would probably read that one. I liked this enough, but I'm not in a hurry to read it or any of her other books. Yeah, it was very middle of the road for me, which is fine. It was cute, it was fun. I just didn't really love our main character as an adult. So that kind of brought it down. I'm about 50 pages into That Night in the Library. I can get this audiobook on Everand and Audible, but I don't want to use my credits on either of them on this book because I just don't have huge hopes for it, because it's rated so badly, so I don't want to waste my credit. But we'll see. They're not even in the like library for the ritual yet, and I'm already 50 pages in, so hopefully I can read this pretty fast. We'll see. I'm really busy over the next few days. I think I keep saying that, and I have so many books to read and so many videos to edit and stuff. So, but 2 books down, let's finish this one. I am on page 186 of That Night in the Library, so I have less than 100 pages left. I think it ends on like 84 pages left. I think for this whole book, if I'm correct about who is the killer in this, I think it's pretty obvious this whole time, but we'll find out, I guess. It is kind of boring, but not like the most boring book I've ever read. I think it'll just truly depend on the end. But I have been really tired, but I will say every time I'm reading this, I am falling asleep. So that also is not a great sign. Truly, it's done what it said it's going to do so far. They go down to do this, go down in and like lock themselves in this library of rare books and stuff. And one of them ends up dying, and as they try to get out, they realize there's no way for them to leave. It's likely that one of them is a murderer or is an accident, I don't know, whatever. And then people keep dropping off one by one. So I say that, but it took a long time for the second death to happen, and it's an interesting one. But yeah, I don't know. I need to finish this tomorrow so I can upload this video. But I think I'm gonna stop here today because it's bedtime and I'm tired. Maybe I'll read a couple pages, tell myself I'll sleep, but I won't do any major reading. I just gotta do less than, I have to do 86 pages. What did we decide? 86 pages, 84 pages tomorrow, so. I'm feeling very meh, but not like, oh, this is awful yet, if that makes sense, so. Okay, hello. Don't mind the wet hair. I just got out of the shower, but I need to update you guys because I need to upload this video in the mornings. So you're getting my right before bed look, but I did finish that night in the library like an hour ago. We knew going into this had a low rating, like a 2.6 or something like that. Do I think this is the worst book I've ever read? No, definitely not. But wasn't good either. I have been really tired lately. I've been working overtime like crazy, and I just have a lot of other stuff going on in my life, and doing Vlogmas is tiring, and doing school and work, all of that's tiring. So I've been very tired. And so I was giving this the benefit of the doubt that like I was falling asleep reading this because I'm tired, and partly I think that's true, partly I think the book was just boring and had too many details where details were not needed, and then it was missing details where details were needed, if that makes sense. I was confused in parts of this, either because there wasn't details or there's too many details, like it was like didn't make sense, and it made me question things. So, and not in like a good way. I did not guess the ending of this, but it wasn't like an impressive, I didn't guess it. It was a stupid ending. I do feel like I skimmed a lot of this because of the unnecessary details. And so there probably was a part of this that pointed to the twist, but I did not catch it at all because it was boring and I wanted to skim. So I'm gonna give this probably a 2-star on Goodreads, which is not good for its overall rating, but it's not bad enough. I'll give it 1 star, but it wasn't good enough to get 3 stars. I mean, I guess at least I read the worst book on my TBR, and hopefully nothing's as bad as this is. Hopefully it was the worst book on my TBR and everything else is better. But whatever, I finally got to it. That's good. Another book off of my TBR. My last TBR breakdown for 2025. I'm going to try and start the year off with one. At that point, we'll know how many books are on my physical TBR, because right now I have no idea. I think it's gonna be more than I want it to be and think that it is, so oh well. If you have any themes for these videos that you want to see in 2026, let me know for sure in the comments down below. I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas. I am stressed about it, but it is also fun, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. So make sure to subscribe so you can stick around for the rest of my Vlogmas videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!